Hey folks, Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape. I am doing my live coil building workshop today. I am at Paper Street Vapor Co. Paper Street Vapor Co. Just opened up, what, about a month ago? Month and a half ago. They are literally within like 5 minutes drive of my house. This is awesome. A lot of new vape shops opening up. Paper Street Vapor Co. And you got to see this logo. This was handmade by one of the friends of the vape shop. Anyway, here's where I'm going to be the next hour. And as per usual, I'm echoing, sorry. I'll get rid of that echo. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. All right, so good morning, welcome. It's noon Eastern time on Tuesday. I do this every week if I don't have any technical issues. I haven't picked out what I'm going to build yet today, but I figured I might do a couple of RTAs because people have been asking me more and more about that stuff. And real quick, if anybody likes drama, go ahead and watch some drama on my channel. There's a video I did a couple of weeks, maybe 6 weeks ago. It's a 6.5 minute video. There's a whole lot of drama about it. And the video is called The Dangers of Vaping with Nickel Ni-200. And here's why there's drama. Because in my video, all I do is say, don't vape this stuff out of temperature control. And I also tell people if you're going to build, like using nickel wire, and you're going to build an RDA, you build it differently than you build Kanthal. You don't have contact touching coils, you have space coils, and you don't glow them because that's using the metal in a way that temperature control was not intended. That's all I say. I don't get into a debate on whether nickel is healthy or not. I don't get into what you should do, what you shouldn't do. 6.5 minutes warning people, don't vape this stuff just like you would normal Kanthal, that's all, which is what the manufacturers made temperature control for. And everybody's jumping on there giving me all kinds of grief. That's fine. But, and I don't mind opinions back and forth, debates back and forth, if anybody has real, like, legit proof and stuff like that. But here's what pisses me off and where I really get fucking aggravated. When guys get on there and they're like, oh, well, you know, my toaster is made out of nickel, so it must be healthy. No, your toaster is not made out of Ni-200 nickel. They're not taking this metal and making a toaster because it will fucking melt. And, oh, your kid's braces are made from, your orthodontic materials are made from nickel. Not Ni-200 pure nickel. A small amount, anywhere from 8% to maybe 30%, is alloyed in with other metals, and there's a whole bunch of shitstorm of controversy on whether that is even healthy for kids to use. And who knows when, you know, who knows what's related to that. But there's a lot of drama and controversy over that. The medical industry is still doing research, but you can't come on my channel and start telling me because of this, it's this. And jewelry is made so good. If you want to go ahead and use a nickel Ni-200 cock ring, God bless you, be my guest. I'm not doing that. I don't choose to use jewelry that way. If you want to vape nickel, go ahead and vape nickel. But Daryl didn't tell you that was safe. So please, everybody, stop asking me if it's safe. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a researcher. And the reason why there's this rant right here from me is because the same couple of crew, maybe it's one person or a couple of people, are getting on there and they're baiting me into conversations because really what they want to do is have, they want a billboard that says nickel is perfectly safe to use. And they're using my channel and my video over there because it gets a lot of views to spiel their stuff. Now, and listen, if they made any logical sense, I would leave it up. But I start getting into these heated debates with them like, I'm not debating nickel. I'm just telling you, if you're going to put facts on here, let them be real facts, not misdirection. So I got all kinds of nonsense going on. And, you know, it gets a little bit abrasive. And when it gets too abrasive and I find myself getting lured in again and cursing and all kinds of stuff, like it gets heated, then I just delete all that shit. And if the same person keeps coming back on, and I've warned this person several times, and they keep reoccurring, then I'm just going to call in some favors. I have some friends of mine do some internet security, and you know what? Look, they're going to black hat your ass, and then you're going to have real problems. So don't make me do that. I don't want to do that. It's really a direction I don't want to go. But you're on your keyboard. You're tough. You're not that tough. You could be found. It's very simple. the people who are whizzes with this stuff. I can't do it, but they'll sniff you out. They'll find you. And, you know, maybe they'll do some cute stuff like turn your screen upside down for a few days. Maybe they'll do some not so cute stuff, but just leave me the fuck alone. If you got an issue, go make your own YouTube channel and create your drama over there. Enough said on my, I'm not the nickel hater guy. If you want to vape nickel and you believe that that's okay for you and you have read whatever you've read and you think that's all right, great. If you don't want to vape nickel, then fine. What's the downside to me being wrong? The downside to me being wrong is you missed out on the experience of a vape experience. The downside to them being wrong is you are led falsely into a sense of security and doing something that you think is safe, and you're being cultivated that it's safe with no research out there in either direction, mine or anyone else. And then you're doing something that's more harmful than you intended. So you wouldn't like to be the guy using asbestos for 10, 20, 30 years and then discover, oh shit, this is bad for me. And that's my only point. And again, I'm not saying not to use nickel. I fucking said don't use it out of temperature control, because people are putting their 0.2 ohm coils, 0.1 ohm coils on their on non-temp controlled devices, and they're vaping it, and that's not what they should be doing. Okay, so end of the rant. Let me get into, let's do a nice little build on, we want the Goblin. You know what? I love my Goblin, but I'm gonna have to say I'm loving my my Zephyr, not Zephyr. This is the Billow2 Nano. It's not just the Billow. It's not the Billow2. It's the Billow2 Nano. Little short, cutie guy. I love this thing. Great to build on. So without further ado, that's great. I limited that rant only to 6 minutes. Sorry, I am unscripted. What juice do I have in here? What juice what am I vaping today? I'm vaping everything. But I do have some Mazervapes Crunch Berry, and I'm going to do a review on this. I'm really enjoying this. I vaped through damn near a whole bottle. I told him he had to give me more because I love it. And I've got the tank filled with that. This is the Billow2 Nano again. It's rapidly pushed its way up to like one of my favorites, if not the favorite RTA in my stable here. For ease of use, quality, there's a couple of things I really love about it. For example, you see this housing, this chamber over here. Look at how that seals. It's just a straight barrel, and you can get down in there. I can get tools in there. It doesn't curve up and close the aperture at the top, and it just seals right in there. So essentially, this is so nice. There's no screw for the top of the chimney to mess around with. So that makes sense. Some of these devices, if the chimney screws into this part of the RDA housing, the RTA housing, then you always have to take it apart. That's one of the kind of like drawbacks and cons that I've discovered about the Rage Tank RTA. The Rage Tank RTA, I just did a review. I love it. It's great, but it's not really a true top fill, because you cannot easily take off the top and put it back on. Every time you unscrew that top, this chimney section unscrews, and this housing inside around the RTA unscrews. And so screwing it back on, it doesn't tighten back up, and then I get check atomizer. So every time, here's how I have to refill it. I have to take the whole thing apart. I have to vape the juice down to 0, like the empty tank, then take the whole top off, make sure my atomizer and my housing here are tightened down, then tighten this. But it's not an easy top fill. Okay, eating a dead horse over there. All right, let's rebuild. I had done a nice little build with titanium last week on this cute Billow. Here's the build I did. That's titanium. That's 26 gauge titanium. So how about we do this? And this is the one that, by the way, it didn't come out because like I had no volume. I recorded it. Hopefully I have volume at the end of this. Let me just double check on that. That's why we have this echo going on over here. If I'm talking over here and I have volume. Okay, I got volume. So, this is kind of like a replay of last week. Get a nice down angle here. Good.
Really?
All right. It's about the best focus I'm going to be able to do and still have this thing in the field of view. This wick's very similar to the Goblin Mini. In fact, if we want to compare side by side, here's the Goblin Mini. If you guys haven't seen this, I've built it a few times. I've done a video on it. And the Goblin Mini deck is slightly smaller, I believe. So as far as your little cutie RTA tanks, these two, I think, so far are best in class. Lost an over. All right. So far, the Billow's got everybody beat on no O-rings popping off. All right. There's that. There's that. Here's your Goblin Mini. Oh, you didn't know I rant sometimes. You haven't seen my channel. I apologize. And it's like I have Tourette's syndrome sometimes. Oh yeah, this is a twisted. I did a twisted stainless steel. That was fun. That was fun to vape on. Let's compare the size of the deck. It's slightly smaller. So like if F-bombs offend you, I apologize. You can kick me out. Never welcome me back.
That was the worst thing that I've said here.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? These guys over here don't know me very well. I like stopped in the other day and I was just like, oh, you have a cool shop, you might. Hold on, let me get in front. You mind if I stop by and do a little bit of YouTube stuff? They were like, sure. They had no idea what they were getting themselves into. I think they're about to rescind that off.
That's amazing.
Like, ay. Oh, fucking way. You're not coming back in our shop with that potty mouth language, you request for vape. All right. So, without further ado, we'll just jump right into this. Perfectly good build. This has been serving me very nicely. I have something special planned, something very exotic. I'm going to build with Kanthal. It's rare, forgotten metal. It's called Kanthal. Back in the old days of vaping, we used to use Kanthal. Before all of this newfangled stuff came along. Actually, one of those trolley guys suggested something pretty cool. The A-Solo from iJoy will vape Kanthal in temperature control. So that's interesting. I want to play around with that. Unfortunately, iJoy doesn't have me on their radar of free shit. So when I show up on their radar of free shit, then I will be doing that review. In the meantime, vape budget's kind of all spent. So there we go. Look at this. This is the Billow version 2 Nano. Nice and tiny, but a decent sized build deck. I'm not going to call it a big build deck, but it's at least decent. I've got 27 gauge. Don't ask me why 27 gauge. I just, one day I got some, I have it. Isn't that funny? Not 28 gauge, not 26 gauge, 27. promise you, the one thing I was not trying for in that nickel build video, I wasn't trying to do a shock value thing. I was just trying to tell people, because I was kept coming across, as you can see from my channel, I'm in different vape shops several times a week. I don't work at a vape shop, but several times a week I'm out in the world and I see all this stupid bullshit going on. People don't know. I think temperature control is great. All I have to do is like turn the power on and I'm good to go. No, you're not good to go. You got to know about this stuff. You got to learn about it. It's not automatic. None of these devices automatically go into temperature control mode. You have to sit there and set it. You have to learn the menus. People don't want to learn instructions. They don't want to go check the nothing. Okay, one thing I would advise you on this, Billow, back to the build. Don't go any bigger than 2.5 millimeter diameter, because if you do, it's not going to really fit on there. It's going to be touching the top cap and shorting. 2.5 is about the widest I've found I can go. So I'm going to come up a little bit and show you. There's a knack to this. I'm using the Coil Master so I get. Use the Coil Master so I get nice even wraps, but then they're going to be contact touching, and then I'm going to have to stretch it. Okay, with me. So 2, 3,
This is the shop that I
4, 5,
had on.
6. 6 wrap. I'll do 7 wrap. Okay. Coil Master makes it nice and easy.
Are these already pre-filled with flavors? That's what's up. Cannot order a pack. My Jesse would love it. We fall at the store or something.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
This is what everybody
7.
else has, these right here, right?
I mean, box fans are getting more popular these days, for sure. Adjustable wattage, the ones you're pointing at right now, they are temperature control as well.
What are they running? You run from
That's 60. For the 40 watt temperature.
60? We got tanks back at the spot, right? We have all these tanks, right? We have to clear some bottom to get a tank. Bottom? I mean, the other ones are unregulated, which is trying to court.
What do you set up using right now?
Nothing. But I want to smoke. If I want to smoke, I want to fall. Right? My man has one that he clocked up. Yeah, he clocked it up or some shit like that.
I mean, if you really just get into it, but you want to some other production, the architects.
Pulling apart with my nails. That's it. Nothing fancy.
Great airflow.
Nothing sophisticated
Well,
about
look, these are I get so big, no problem. Okay. I'm talking about batteries.
All right.
These I get 9,000 dollars.
Okay.
Doug, you want to order the food first?
Yeah, okay, let me order, I'm coming back. All right.
See, I pulled it
I might have to
apart.
probably get one of them tanks that, I see Bill got.
Really too far spaced. Watch this. Voila, like magic. It's fine. It's not perfect. But it'll do. They just need to not be touching. You know, you can come back and pinch, fix a little spot here or there. If you really feel like it. That's all you need to do. That's how I spaced it. It's not rocket surgery. It's not rocket appliances. Okay, we got the second coil. I'm just pulling it apart. And the fingernail method. Nothing fancy about that. Okay. Again, this is live. You know, I'm not editing. We got a coil there, and then. But look how nice that comes out almost every time. Looks like the spring from a ballpoint pen. Just the metal does that. Okay, so ready to put these on the deck. Mutation style build deck. Plume veil style build deck. I just opened up the holes, the post holes. That's what I was just doing.
So that was some fucking working, right? Shit, crazy. How's that? Phone numbers?
So, that's all.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. I didn't even know it was that far. What did you guys do with it? Well, you already like grandfathered in. Now you gotta go until you fucking die.
If I can play around with one of these legs, then it's tightened down enough. Pull it out, up. Legs are a little too long. See that leg's a little too long? It coils out a little far. Pull it in.
Yeah, so I thought like I had to go to school today, so I fucking went to take the train to the city. But there was a car on fire on the track, so I was like, oh, fuck that, I'm just going and I'm working on going to school today. Then I remembered that I went to the class. They wanted to like the unions having some clothing thing on. So it just worked out perfectly. Yeah, because like I went to the train station, I started walking and I looked at my phone.
Great.
And it's like I got the notification, like, yeah, I don't have one suspended. I was like, I'm fucking normal. At first I was pissed, I'm just fucking train again, and motherfucker.
Right where I want it to be. Not touching the post. Right above the arrow. That's actually perfect.
Second time building, second
Well, I just got that, the passes well. Takes you like 5 minutes. Yeah.
It took me 20 minutes.
Really? Every single time I've been there, it took like 5 minutes. And I've been there like 20 or something. I guess I go at the right time. I don't really go like during rush hour. It's definitely one place maybe. Everyone gets their own lunch and that's it. Yeah, can you go to that?
Yeah, I got it pretty close to the deck, but I'm gonna get some slack when I pull that coil out and tighten it up. Traveled. So if I didn't start out close to the deck, I would have had problems.
I'm gonna use it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, usually when I work, I don't bring my meat with me. It's just another thing to carry. That's right here.
You get better than the one you had time.
Yo, what's that show on Saturday called again? First class stuff.
Yeah, that loosened up right before it.
That's what they did. Mike's gonna get this till the day of.
What kind of cars are usually there?
We good? Are we clear?
Yeah, my coworker, he has
Not
a
quite.
really nice mask on.
That's the challenge. Got all this room over here. I get that coil. More over there.
He does like cool ass shit. Like he got like customized like all the LEDs and shit. Like it looks so sick. He like he did his engine. Like it looks so nice.
There's a lot of space right here that I'm not using. It's all bunched up on this side. So. I'm looking down here to see if I have clearance. Clearance between the top cap and the coil. Yes, I do. Double check on that, or you're gonna have a short. That's also why I checked the resistance. As I change, as I screw down my chimney top. No, it didn't change. If I had a problem, it would have started bouncing all over the place. Here we go. Doesn't matter what build, whether you're using Kanthal, titanium, nickel, same build. Same way of doing these coils, same way of making them fit. Okay. Now let's wick it.
You guys put pumpkin spice? Alright, thanks.
Oh, but that pumpkin spice. You want to try some pumpkin spice?
What's up?
Do you want to try some pumpkin spice? It's not mine. It's, you know these guys? You could try it if you want. Go right ahead. It's fun. I don't know how much of it I would vape in one sitting, but these are tiny 2.5 millimeter coils, tiny diameter micro coils. So we're not going to need a lot of wick at all. Barely.
What? Yeah. I'll just go.
Here. Let's take a look over here. What do we want going on? We want this wick going into that channel. It doesn't have to go all the way down at the bottom. This is a nice wide channel, fairly restricted. So I'm actually going to fill half of this wick in there and the other half just tucked slightly above it. So I'm going to go like this on an angle. See that?
Then he has a miracle on the ball. We have 100% from 60 kids there, ranging from 15 to 18.
Somebody just get on over here. Hey,
What is up, Joe?
what's up, Zach?
From the rabbis.
Wow, my volume is like really low. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that might be me. I was messing around with some stuff. Let me check.
Oh, okay, yeah, that might have been you. Just lower it a little bit if you don't mind. How's it going, brother?
Hold on, give me one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, mine was really high.
Go high.
Let's see. It keeps overriding my control on it.
You there? All right. All right, I'd rather low volume than muted.
So what you up to?
I'm just doing a build on the BillowV2 Nano, and I decided to do I'm doing a spaced dual coil the same way you do with if you wanted to do stainless steel or titanium, or you had a preference for nickel. This is the build you would do for a temperature control RTA. This is my version of the simple. This isn't the Zach Mirable vaping moderation, crazy, twisted, awesome stuff that you do.
Oh no, I roll coils with moderation too, so that seems very reasonable to me.
Okay. What's your favorite build for an RTA?
I'm really liking building the stainless steel. I got a bunch of stainless steel wire in, and it builds really easy like Kanthal. And then you could pop it out of temp control and pop it on a mod that doesn't have temp control and still use the hell out of it.
I'm with you on that. I've been enjoying the stainless steel I got from regular vape dude Nate Jones. I've been playing around with the titanium stuff you sent me. Thank you. But stainless, I think I'm enjoying more.
Yeah, me too. I haven't touched any titanium since I got all this load of stainless.
Where did you order your stainless from?
I got mine from Beadalon right here. Beadalon. It's like a jewelry supply place.
Okay.
And it's 316L. It's one of the only places I could find 316L at.
Very cool. Good to know. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to check that out and get some, because I want to play around with some different gauges. I have 26 gauge, I believe.
Yeah, I have 22, 24, and 26.
Man, that 22 must be so low resistance.
Oh, it's nice, though. You build a big fat coil on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When you say fat, what's fat?
Well, I mean, just because the wire is so fat, you really can't make a small coil out of it.
Gotcha. So what's your typical build with that, and what do you put it on? 22 gauge stainless, what would you put that on?
Yeah, typically I'm able to get that to come to like 0.12 or 0.15 or something like that, and I'll put it on anything that has temp control. Even if it has just titanium temp control, that still works pretty good on stainless steel.
Okay. Very cool. I've been enjoying that Coupor Mini. Really is very accurate for temperature control. I'm surprised at it. And
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. Well, you got the Boxer, and you got the DNA 200 and a few other nice.
That Cooper looks really cool. I wanted to get a hold of one myself, but I just haven't had time to do anything.
I bought that from Subtank Supply. It was not expensive at all, and I just wanted it, and I'm glad I did. He got that early. He had that out for retail early. So it sounds like they're throwing them around left and right like popcorn. You just have to have a review channel with one subscriber. You get one, I think.
Well, maybe I just haven't been scratching up the right tree.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not on that rate. I'm not on the Coupor Mini radar yet. But I bought it, and it was, geez, I mean, the guy gave me a deal because I'm sort of on this side of the business.
For sure. Well, that's cool though, man. What else you got going on besides the Cooper Mini? You must have something floating around there.
Yeah, man, I just did a review on the SMY 170 TC.
How's that?
Really enjoying that. That sucker's very good temperature control. It's got a setting for titanium. It also shows you your amperage.
Oh, that's
which is
nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice to know?
Yeah, because as you're vaping, like you can figure out maybe I can get away with higher mod batteries, maybe I can't, maybe I should go to higher amp batteries, like depending on what it tells you.
Exactly. Such a useful thing to know your amperage without going on like rapid tables or something like that, and actually see what it's reading, what the device is reading and telling. I'll show you in a second.
Especially in temp control, because when you first fire in temp control, you usually draw in the most amount of amps. But I noticed that on a lot of my coils, I'm still only drawing like 13 or 14 amps when it first fires. So that, you know.
Wait for it to get
Up in the
focus.
top right, 0.2. Yeah.
No, right there, 15.9.
Gotcha. 15.9. There it is. There it is. Nice. So now you know you can get away with 20 amp batteries, you know, based on your vape.
Exactly, and I don't have to put 35 amp batteries in here because that would be overkill. So I could go for 3,000, maybe 3,100 milliamp hours exactly. So yeah, it's good. What do you got going on these days?
I have put down my DNA 200 for a little bit and
Really?
picked up my IPv4 because I just like the way it feels, like the way it looks. And it's a beater. It's a beater mod. I can take it out and not worry about busting it up because it's not really.
I couldn't agree more, man. I have. You see these nice scratches on it. I dropped this sucker. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing is taking a licking for sure.
Yep. This is my grab and go. Like whenever
That's it.
I need to go somewhere. I need to grab a vape. This is the one I'm grabbing. I find it in my hand.
Grab that and a pair of batteries, and I'm out the door.
This is Harry Potter's wand. Like, you know how it automatically, magically always gets back into his hand?
It selected you. And I'm vaping on this Blood vs. Blood by Bloodline. It's like a strawberry milk. It's really good. Only $25 for 100 milliliter.
That's not bad at all. That's affordable juice.
Yeah, really tasty, affordable juice. Like I've put down a lot of more expensive juices and picked this up.
Actually, I've heard you mention that once or twice, so it must be good if you're vaping on it for like more than a week.
Yeah, this is the third 100 ml bottle I've gone through since I found the stuff like 3 weeks ago. And I try and I throw other stuff in. I have other juices I have to try because people give them to me and stuff. So I've vaped other stuff in between and still gone through a lot of it. And I got one of his new flavors here. Nothing But Muffin is like a blueberry muffin. It's supposed to be out of this world. And then I got his other new flavor coming, which is Blood Money. It's a honey milk.
Sounds good. That blueberry muffin sounds like my flavor profile right there, spot on.
Well, maybe I'll send it to you after I try it for this review because I usually don't like blueberry stuff at all.
Just shoot me the link and I'll get on there and buy some. $25 for 100 mil?
Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat.
I could do that. It's good. Let's see if I built this right, and let's see if it fires well and how she beeps. And maybe I could talk you into doing a build.
I actually got to get out of here. I got a doctor's appointment for my son today.
Okay. No sweat. Always good to see you, man. Thanks for hopping on. Gets a little lonely. When I don't have anybody on here with me, I tend to have a Tourette-style rant. I launched out on a good one earlier when I just first logged on.
Oh, this is all going to get replayed?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I just started to say join a video call with Daryl, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll join that.
Yeah, put it out there, to a handful of people. Actually, I put it out there on Google Plus if anybody wanted to jump on, but You know, I don't have a following. Nobody watches my bullshit. Bear with me 1 second. Work mode, temperature, Fahrenheit. You know what I got here? Power mode. The SMYs. This is the first one, the mini that came out. So we got the little one and its big brother.
Did you get the firmware upgrade for that 60?
Not yet, not yet. I gotta go.
It's totally worth getting the upgrade, man.
I gotta find somebody with a good Windows PC that I can use for that, because Mac doesn't operate with any of these firmware updates.
Yeah.
All right. No shorts. It's reading at 0.47 ohms, 5 point. Okay, cool. 60 watts. Let's see how it will fill it up. I'm in a vape shop that just opened up in my area. Another one. There's got to be about 8 to 10 vape shops within a 10-minute drive of my house now.
Oh, you're a lucky bastard. I can't get a vape shop around here. I got to go over to Baton Rouge to get a decent vape shop.
You got to go over and visit like Suki Stackhouse.
It gets insane over there.
Not a True Blood fan?
No, what's True Blood?
True Blood is a book series that started in the 90s, and then they did a HBO series with vampires and humans.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a soap opera with vampires. And it was on for about 4 or 5 years.
None of my daughters are old enough to get into that yet.
My wife got me into that one. And then it just ended. Like after all these years, it just ended last year. So they were in what's it, Shreveport?
Oh, Shreveport, yeah.
Shreveport, yeah. They're always going down there. There's a Louisiana show. It's a cool show.
What tank is that?
This is the Billow2 Nano.
Oh, nice.
I gotta say, what's that?
What's the capacity?
I believe 4 milliliters. The Billow2 is 5 milliliters. This is 4. Yeah, it's a little sweetheart. I love it.
There you go.
Well, the good news, it's not leaking, so I must have wicked it right. And it is chucking. Flavor's awesome. That's why I love this.
Good old Kanthal build.
Yeah, 27 gauge dual wrap, dual coils, 7 wrap, spaced Kanthal.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people are going back to spaced Kanthal coils rather than the pinched ones.
You know what? In an RTA, this one you can actually turn it upside down, unscrew it, and then pull your tank off, and then you won't lose a whole tank of juice. And get in there and mess around. But not all RTAs you can do that. This Rage tank you can't. Just because it has this chimney that screws in, so anytime you have to open that up, you're losing your juice. There's just nowhere for it to go. But this guy, I kind of like the engineering on this. It's very smart. Yeah, man. There you go.
Yeah, the little SMY kicks.
That's only at 44 watts.
And I hear you got to get the firmware upgrade. It is a whole new device once you get it.
That's good, because honestly, it wasn't the best on temperature control. It tried really hard, but it had accuracy, but it didn't have that get up and go ramp up. It was a little bit slow on the ramp up. And you can't set like wattage or joules on this, so it just decides based on what the build is, decides how fast it's going to ramp up. So maybe they fixed that.
Yeah, and apparently, yeah, any delay was eliminated, so now it fires like immediately when you press it. And they said the temp control works right on spot.
That's nice. Yeah, there is a delay. Oh man, that's what I'm going to do after this the rest of my day.
Find yourself a way to get that thing upgraded. You're missing out on most of what the device really came into its own.
Awesome. And it's a cutie. Look at the size of that stuff.
I've always liked that one. If I was asked from whatchamacallit again, I was going to tell him to send me that just because I just want to have it.
Well, if I had an extra one, brother, I'd send it to you, but I happen to like this one too much. So.
I got plenty of mods here. In fact, I got that die codes from Daniel DJLSP.
Oh, really?
He sent it to me. It already left New York, so it's on its way down here right now. It made it to the country on Sunday.
That was the Danny
Extreme V2. It's like a tube mod, but it's a temperature controlled 40-watt device, all German made, real high quality shit. And then they got an upgrade to you can send it back to them and they'll upgrade it to the Danny Extreme V2 Plus for like €40.
No kidding.
So yeah, and they'll upgrade it with a new 510, a new serial number, and new software.
I'm surprised he let that out of his grasp.
He wanted a DNA 200 real bad, and I've been making so many of the boxers and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'll make one for you if you want to send that my way. And surprised to me, he agreed. So I was like, all right, sweet. And then he was like, I'm going to send it now because I got to send a bunch of packages, but And then I was like, well, if you're sending it now, then I got to get this thing built immediately.
Well,
So
I might have to work out some kind of nice barter exchange with you for a DNA 200.
I don't mind, especially because you couldn't get the die codes in the U.S. Like only a few people even have the die codes because they were sent it by die codes. But if you try and buy it, there's only some places over in Europe and they don't ship here.
Huh.
So you have to get somebody over there to buy it and send it to you. Is apparently the deal.
That could be arranged.
Yeah, we got our European friends over there. We got plenty of roll over to the G spot and get somebody on it.
True. I just shipped out a package of juice from a contest I had to the Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man. There's an Isle of Man. It's up. It's between Ireland and England. It's an isle.
It sounds like a bit of a sausage fest, man. I don't think I want to go there.
I don't know. People live there. It's like its own. When I had to look it up on the post office just to print out the label, there was a specific designation as a country, the Isle of Man. It's considered the UK, but it is its own thing.
Oh yeah, dang it is. How much was shipping to there?
It wasn't bad. It was less than $30.
Oh, that's good. It looks like it's in a remote area.
Yeah. What I found out is if you just go to the post office, you pay like $60, $62. But I signed up for a USPS account, and then I log in, and then I price everything out and print my labels and pay online, and then it's less. So, yeah.
I might have to start doing that, yeah. Because that's what I usually do, just drop by the post office and pay whatever they ask me to pay. So,
if you're doing a lot of shipping, you got to figure this stuff out, because if it's something small, like you're just sending something not expensive and not, you send it just first class mail in a little padded envelope like bubble wrap, and it might be $2. But if you're sending, I could send priority shipping up to 4 pounds in a padded envelope, and it's like $6.10. 4 pounds. But if you try and send 4 pounds, if it's California or if it's far away, then I've gotten whacked for like $17-18 for stuff that weighs a lot. So the lady at the post office kept seeing me coming in doing these like mailings and like, what are you doing? And she was like, listen, get smart, Cookie. Go online, get yourself an account. They give you free supplies. Like you just go on there and they send you all the boxes you could want. You just have to buy bubble wrap and tape.
nice. Do they send you one of those little printers so you can like print the labels?
No, but they send you labels if you want to hand print them. And then I just go online and I print them out on, like, literally it creates a label with all the address and all that shit. And I,
When you like when you get a UPS return label and stuff, you just print it out and tape it to it?
exactly. I tape it right on the envelope. Look at this guy behind me doing like vape tricks. Doing some pretty good jellyfish too.
He's trying to get famous, man. Don't blame him.
He's on YouTube. He thinks people watch me on YouTube. I came in here and told these guys I'm popular on YouTube, and they don't have they didn't check. So they were impressed until they go check it out and see that nobody's fucking watching this show. Anyway, brother, I'm coming up on an hour here, and I appreciate you popping in. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I got to get out of here anyway. His appointment's at 12:45, so I got to start rounding people up. But thanks.
This will be on the replay on my YouTube channel, so you're forever immortalized on here. Thank you very much, Zach Marable, vaping moderation. If you guys don't know him, he's got a growing YouTube channel. He's very technical. The guy knows, he builds mods. He knows about chips. He's happens to be brilliant with programming and all that stuff. And I enjoy spending Thursday mornings on the True Vapors live show with him.
Yeah, definitely come see us over at the True Vapors. I'll try and make this show. If you want to invite me next time, I'll make time for it. I usually don't have anything going on a Tuesday, but just happened to today. But yeah, you can catch me over at Vaping Moderation anytime you want, and the True Vapor Show. And you can contact me if you have any DIY questions, because I'm always here to help the community as best I can.
Yes, he is.
So thank you for having me on, Daryl. I'll talk to you again here soon.
You got it, man. That was cool. Nice guest appearance by Vaping Moderation. And then just to give the details, if you're not familiar with the show, The True Vapors, it's on at 9 a.m. Central Time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday mornings from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central. And that's on ST Vapes channel. That's Scott Taylor, ST space Vapes channel. And ST was just on, he was just on Not Another Vape Show with Vaping Fagan, and they had Vaping with Twisted 420 on there. That was Sunday night, which was really cool. So I'm hanging with some guys that hang with the big boys. Yeah, it's fun. And Mark Fagan is on that show every Thursday, and he's a great guy. He's fast-growing YouTube channel. He's been around for years. And then another gentleman who's always on there with us is Daniel over in Portugal. That's DJ LSB Vapes channel. And he was just on a show on Saturday night with Phil Vapes in Poland and Phil Basardo. So yes, the vaping legend, Phil Basardo, P. Basardo, can I taste your juice? So that's cool. So by association, I'm cool. I hang out with some cool people. But all right, thank you guys very much for watching my show. I hope you enjoyed the build. Just to kind of recap, I did a spaced 7-wrap 27 gauge Kanthal, and I'm vaping it right now at 44 watts on the BillowV2 Nano. The BillowV2 was out for a while. The BillowV2 Nano just came out, and it's just lower profile, sleeker, cuter, functional. You don't want to chain hit this. It's an RTA. You do want to give it a few seconds, let it re-wick. But you got to see how I did the build, how I had to tweak those coils in here, how I wicked it, and then it's a great vape. This is truly a great vape. It does not replace my crown. But I'll tell you what, it comes damn close, and I like building that better than any RBA or RTA so far. So that's validating. This is right now a nice, cool little setup. I'm comfortable with this. All right, guys. Quest for Vape from Paper Street Vape Co. in Bohemia, New York. Going to sign off. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. You know what? I'm not done yet. I'm going to do a quick juice giveaway. Here's what I'm going to give away. By the way, look at this mess over here. This huge mess. Let me clean this up a little bit while I'm talking. All right, it's not quite an hour. It's coming up on an hour. So there's a local juice company that's been around for at least since December, January, called Mazervapes. Local guy, great juice company. He's grown. He started out just DIYing. Another one of these success stories of seasoned vapor, making the juice that he wanted, the flavors that he wanted. It gets popular with his friends, and then now he's making juice on a bigger scale, laboratory made. I believe ISO, I'm told ISO 5 or whatever certification. And I'm enjoying the Crunchberry cereal. So this is Mazervapes Crunchberry cereal, child-proof caps. So I'm going to give away the whole line. Not the whole line, sorry. He's probably got about 70 different juice flavors. The most popular sellers are the Crunchberry, which is a nice Crunchberry cereal with a slight hint of peanut butter. There's this one, Illusion, is his rainbow sorbet, like it's a rainbow sherbet, fruity. Kind of a variation if you like. It's got a little bit of citrus kick to it. It's got some sweet, it's got some tart. It's fantastic. Orange float, like an orange creamsicle. You get that spot on, nice, delicious orange and cream. That's it, straightforward what it is. The orange creamsicle is not my favorite flavor profile as far as things go. I don't like the orange so much as far as vaping goes, but this is delicious, and people who enjoy that always tell me it's like one of the best they've ever had. I vaped all of these. I enjoy all of these. This is Morning Glory. This is the Fruit Loops version. It's a little bit heavy on the citrus and lemon side, so if you like that, like the 9 South Vapes, like Serial Killer, that has a little more of the lemony side as opposed to the cereal or the milk, this would be that. But I find that if I vape it at higher wattages with the airflow closed down, I don't get as much of the lemon. I get more of the cereal and more of the milk. And it's a good breakfast cereal vape. So that's the all four of these, each in 30 ml juice sizes. You will win that. Let's figure out how you can win that. Here's what you have to do. You have to, here's how you win that. It's very easy. You have to think of a good one. All right, we'll make it real easy. Just comment down below, hashtag Mazervapes, M-A-Z-E-R vapes, hashtag Mazervapes, and which of those flavors sounded the best to you. And it's going to be on YouTube right here down below in this video in comments. If you want to win this, all 4 flavors, you have to, for all guys and all gals that don't know, it's hashtag is the tic-tac-toe number sign, Mazervapes, no spaces, no periods, no punctuation, just M-A-Z-E-R-V-A-P-E-S. You have to hashtag Mazervapes in your comment, and then which flavor you like the best. There was Orange Float, Morning Glory, Crunchberry, and Illusion. What does hashtagging do? Well, it gets a little bit of traffic on the hashtag for Mazervapes. That's all. Some activity, some internet webs, magic, interweb stuff going on. That's all. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Let me find what I want to vape on. There it is. There it is. Billow2 Nano. I did a review on this, by the way. So I'm not just. So I'm hyping up my own review video also. I'm going to take a vape and then say goodbye. Have a great week, folks. Oh, don't forget, ST Vapes channel, 9 a.m. Central on ST Vapes channel for the show, The True Vape Orders.